What's up YouTube, this is Collect Pokemon, and today we are going to explore the issue whether PSA has become much harsher at grading some of the older artwork kind of card. So I've just made the setup a little different, whereas all the other YouTubers have a backdrop, I realized I didn't. So I just kind of stacked some box up that I found, and here we have. Because I realized that, it's hard to compare modern products because modern products, the ultra modern products, we've seen a lot of off-centering and a lot of issue. But what about the products that has been released, in the past 2 to 3 years ago, which the quality of the cards is actually not bad, but PSA seems to be much harsher in grading a lot of those arts. I don't know if it is just me or the grader that I had, or let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that, PSA has become a bit more harsher when handing out the PSA 10, or, what do you guys think? All right, so we're going to look at a few cards here that I have returned. These actually came from 2 different batch. One batch is from the Express surface and one is from the regular surfaces. So both of them, what I've found that was the older cards has been much more harshly graded. So the first card I actually want to take a look at is this one, which was graded for Express. This one is a PSA Mint 9 no rarity or no symbol Pikachu. I've actually changed the setup so that you guys can actually see the cards without reflection. So from my perspective, or from what I see, oh, come on, autofocus. Okay, the autofocus likes to be in the middle. Okay, so from this card, I do not see much issue with it. So if we put into a closer look, it's relatively clean. I'm not exactly sad that this is a PSA 9 because technically I got this card at a very, very low price back then. I think it was $20 US or something less like that. So overall, I'm actually pretty happy with a PSA 9, seeing the quality of the card. But, just by looking at this card, I do believe that there was a potential of 10. However, it got a 9. So that's that. The next card I have, I did expect it to be a stretch from getting a 10. Well, that's normal because this one is the Evolution Charizard. And Evolution Charizard, everyone knows, including myself, I've made video on it. It's a very, very good difficult card to grade in a PSA 10. Yeah. This one, there's no obvious whitening. You guys can see. This thing is, I think, is a spec. Yeah, there's no real obvious whitening on the corners. So I thought that it had a little bit of a chance to get a 10. Apparently, it didn't. The next one is, again, this is the first edition Chinese Charizard. However, we can see that this is PSA 8, and it's actually understandable due to the silvering and stuff. So this one I wasn't too concerned or bothered about. Now this is the ones that I'm a little iffy about. PSA 9 Charizard. This is the original Charizard, so I'm just going to zoom in, and you guys can see the card. There isn't much issue with the cards. The holographic, there's no scratch or anything on the holo. So it's actually a very, very clean card. If you guys take a look at the back, very clean edge. Very clean edge. I think the only problem was the centering, but usually PSA are not that uptight about the centering. So I'm really, really concerned about this card. That's one of the reasons why I thought that PSA was a little bit tough on the grading. This Blastoid really disappointed me. It's a 6, and honestly, there's no scratch on the holographic patterns. If you guys can see, the card itself looks amazing. And the only downside to this card is the back centering. A lot of these old back Japanese cards have really huge centering issue. But I was surprised that even with such centering issue, yeah, it got a 6. I don't even know why. Then we have the Venusaur being a PSA 9. Well, this one being a PSA 9 is actually quite understandable. I was actually expecting this to be a little bit lower because of this. Because at the back, can you guys see that little scratch? Yep, so basically in a lot of these old back Pokemon cards, it has a glossy finish. And because of that glossy finish, a lot of the time it can easily get scratched. So I wasn't surprised about that. So those were some returns. And I mean, just by looking at these cards, I mean, some of them are quite amazing. So I guess actually I could use this as a thumbnail. This makes a good thumbnail, isn't it? Or actually, nah, I think, just to lie this thumbnail, this would be great because of the no rarity symbol. Anyway, what the other cards are, these other cards are sent as regular, and it did bother me. It did bother me a lot because I actually sent 9 of them in. So you guys can see I've sent a bunch in, and this is what it came back as. So for example, this one is a PSA 8. I mean, some people say, hey, you might have missed out a spec or two. It might be worth a PSA 8. So if we scan through the back, honestly, I don't see much problem with these. Might just be my eyes. Maybe that corner there up at the top. But that's pretty much about it. Now, all the other came out as a PSA 9. I mean, I'm not really going to show you guys all of them, but like in detail. All right. But yeah, anyway, all of these got PSA 9. So I do believe that, there is some sort of population control going on, and that, it's just that maybe the mood of the grader and things. I would definitely try to regrade these, and once these come back regraded, I will kind of share the grades again to see if it actually makes such a difference. Because another 9 of these that I've sent has all received PSA 10, but these nine have been receiving PSA 9. So I've seen a lot of people sending these cards in recently. They all receive a 9. So I do believe that somewhat PSA has been a little bit more strict, especially with the 5 serial code. If you guys have the serial code of 5, it just seems that recently these cards has been graded very, very harshly. Not sure why, but that is my personal opinion or view. I actually want you guys to leave a comment and see what do you guys think. Is it because that, there's CGC, there's BGS, so PSA is trying to step up its game? Or is it, dealing with a population control? What is it doing? So, yeah, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. And yeah, that's pretty much that. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this PSA return video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is Collect Pokemon. Peace.